3 times. 4 times. Doing gang things, living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you, you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters, got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side, hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap
check,
for your
check, man. To everybody tuning in, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in.
But no, you had vision, you had gold. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you bust your low. Black men don't cheat, screaming bump these hoes. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had a slow start, screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. Stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 20 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't throwing nothing, I'ma say these bands won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but mine.
Shalom, Angelina, shalom, what's up, girl?
Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up.
Hot topic.
Real
Shalom, King. Shalom, Zamron. Shalom, Art. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
doing gang things.
Yeah, we about to get started, y'all, here in a little bit.
1 time for my king doing king things. Mom these hoes cause he know he got a
Y'all
good
make sure
thing.
y'all hit the
I
like
said,
button on the way
man,
in, man. Hit the like button on the way in.
If you see the live chat, because that's what pops up when you first log on YouTube. If you see the live chat, hit the X. The thumbs up button will appear. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up for us, please.
Hit the thumbs up.
Subscribe, turn on your notifications, share the video, share the channel. April, hey girl.
1 time for the men doing cane.
We about to get started in a few minutes, seconds, right now.
What's going on, man? Shalom, shalom, Israel, man. Hey, man, it's the Monos. We in the building on time, about.
Hey.
Sheesh.
I used to hate when you made that noise, and now I make it all the time.
That's right, girl. You always my lingo. Popping my collar. What going on, man? Also, man, I got a special guest here with me today.
Special guest. I'm a special guest. Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord saints. It's your favorite special guest, Miss Mono. Auntie Fifi, hey.
Auntie, what's going on, Auntie? What's going on? My bad. I ain't been here in a while.
I know.
Shalom, fam. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to everybody that's tuning in. What's going on, Auntie? Y'all already see what the topic, man. We couldn't help but keep scrolling all day. It was Y'all know I don't be on my phone like Tone Bat, but every time I picked it up and scrolled today, all I seen was people, folks arguing back and forth, man. Whether you know what I'm saying, was a smart man. We gonna touch on that topic, man.
Because I don't even understand why that's a conversation. But come on, I'm not on understanding.
You gotta stay down, man. So we're gonna talk on
down,
that, man.
not downtrodden. No.
Gonna talk on that. How everybody out there doing, man? How y'all doing?
How y'all feeling on this Monday?
How you doing on the day, man?
Well, I'm blessed and highly favored. No cap, for real. All praises.
No kizzy,
huh?
No kizzy.
Okay.
It's no cap. Gosh,
listen, I'm an old lady. I stay in the house all day. I can't keep up with these young people and all they bro. Nah, but I'm good. The pups are good.
We do got puppies on the ground. Y'all stay tuned in, man, to Monologue Westside Bullies.
At Monos_Westside Bullies. I did post a little pic of them today. As they're getting older and they're starting to move around, I'll be posting more pictures and videos of them so y'all can get to know them and follow them as they grow and find their forever homes.
How we doing, man? Everybody sound good out there to y'all? Yeah, sound good out there to me, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Oh, Zamron says I support.
Wait,
his
are we
decision.
gonna just jump into this first? We're not gonna talk about the other.
Yeah, we can talk. We can take 2 minutes and talk about the other thing.
Wow, 2 minutes.
This ain't even news.
Okay.
I support his decision, but it does affect the HBCU. Primetime was bringing more attention to the HBCU, which was good for our people. I do. I agree with that. So, we have a primary topic that not a primary, a secondary before we jump into this discussion on prime time. We're gonna discuss him, but let us take a few minutes out and just go through some other news.
So in other news, listen, my timeline and his timeline look completely different. Okay, so on my timeline, the topic of discussion was Keke Palmer announcing her pregnancy on Saturday Night Live, and it wasn't a flurry of congratulations. There was a flurry of, another Black single mom. Why is she doing this? Don't we have enough of this going on? I guess.
Oh, you got a lot of Israelite sisters on your page?
I got a lot of
I don't know no sisters that's out here. I mean, that's not trying to live this righteously. That's bashing women for getting pregnant and single. Like this just happens every day. Yes, sir. The TV is talking because Patton pressed this button. Okay, go switch to another TV, sir.
Go watch the TV in the playroom.
Okay, we'll go to the living room.
Okay. No, not even. No, see, I don't. There were some women that were, of course, supportive, but I was just surprised to see that there were some women that were actually like, no, she needs to be married. This isn't a good example for young girls. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I feel that. We're gonna get to the subject, you guys, because I know everybody here for it. But yeah, like I agree with you. If we look let's look at the percentage. Do we think that when our actresses, female actresses and singers and entertainers, those that's famous, when they're not Black, what is the percentage of baby announcements, let's just say from a Caucasian standpoint, of non-married? How many times are they non-married, or how most of the time are they married?
They're usually married.
Yeah, Auntie. Well, now not really, because see, we misuse and misunderstand this scripture, because we say judge, like we always say, judge not. No, we are to judge righteously, and we are to warn our people. The Bible tells us to warn our folks, No, we can't. We can't. I don't have. We don't have a heaven or hell to put them in. But we repeat what the scripture says. The scripture says that this is wrong. The fornication. I mean, just. I mean, it's wrong. It's sin. Point blank. Period. We can't. We're not gonna call it not sin. It is what it is, and it's wrong. And it's time out that we just keep applying this in our community because guess what? It's only our community where it's happening. Like you said, let's look at all the how many are the white actresses and singers coming out single pregnant.
Right.
No, because they look down upon it. No, girl. You don't no, you don't no, you get you a husband first. You this and that. And we keep congratulating. We keep congratulating and whoop the whoop, man. So listen, when we're at fault, to put our fault out in the open and discuss it so those that come after don't think this is okay.
Right.
They don't think it's okay. There was a time when your family let you know, what the heck are you doing?
Right, exactly. Right, but you can't do that anymore because now you're shaming someone and you're making them feel bad, and nobody wants to hear the truth anymore, unfortunately.
We pray for our sister, man. We pray the best for her.
And let me just say this, because some people were saying like, oh, she's been in a committed relationship for a long time. Even if they were to like consider their commitment marriage, fine. Like we're not saying marriage has to look one way for everyone. If they consider their commitment a marriage and they're saying, hey, we don't need paper, but we consider ourselves united in marriage, then that needs to be said. That's not what's being said by her at all.
Yeah. Well,
it's like we always see these black single women popping up pregnant like they got themselves pregnant.
Thanks. I think the wife of Mono is going to be covering this a little more on Thursday because we're here for one reason.
We know why y'all here.
So, Coach Prime. Facts. All right, this is what we want to say. Let's do this. Not saying it's right, but how many has committed the same sin? 100.
I have.
And listen, and that's what we need to call it.
Right.
That's what we need to call it. It is sin, no matter who it is. She wrong. We're not gonna give her
I was
glory
wrong when I did it.
Right.
She was wrong, then she doing it. Period.
I never did it. I don't have kids outside of all praises to the Most High for that. But no, wrong is wrong. But okay, so let's get back to the topic at hand. What we here for? I know a lot of people talking about Coach Prime. They talking about him on today. They was talking about so many people think his like he made some people saying, man, y'all crazy, go get that money. Some people saying, man, he tripping. He sold out. I just was one last comment and say they use our women to push the agenda to break up the Israelite household, and that's a fact. Because, like I said, everybody else look down on they women when they tripping.
And if I can just say something to that point, just real quick, because other people were making that point as well, saying like, oh, she's a celebrity, she's rich enough, she's of a certain age, but she's still influencing young girls. So while she may not be as put out as a poor black woman is, she's still upholding this example. So thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. So Tanya,
Shalom, Tanya.
Shalom. This is the sister that was on last week, right? Yeah. Make sure you hit us up, man. Let us know about your king when
she sent me his phone number and I was supposed to give it to you and I didn't. That's my bad. I got it. It's in my phone.
So check this out. In the chat, let's get some, let's see. Do you guys think I just got it. If you think Deion sold out, let us hear you. If you think he sold out, put that in the chat. If you think, hey man, That man is going to get his paper, bro. Good job for him. Put that in the chat. Let's see what Dexter Washington says. He says people didn't understand Deion's assignment. It was to bring attention to HBCU and elevated it. Job well done.
Okay.
You did what you did.
Well, as a parent of a student at a HBCU, let me just say that while he may have brought more attention to HBCU sports programs, HBCU colleges still have some of the worst living conditions of all colleges in this country.
What they got to do with what we talking?
Because it's not, oh, he bought attention and what did he change for the students?
Okay, this is the thing. It's not going to be overnight. You did start getting some top recruits going to HBCUs. So what we must understand is it's just the same argument like that WNBA players make when it comes to NBA players. Oh, they only make this amount, but they making this amount. Well, that's because they're bringing in this amount. These Alabama UGA are bringing in the kind of money that I'm pretty sure all of their stuff is gonna be tip top. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we go and look at Morris Brown and we see what's going on, I mean, the money they're bringing in reflects their living conditions at the school. So where does that money end up coming from? If in sports, if you start getting top recruits going to these schools, you start getting these games become more popular. Now this year, HBCUs has been on TV. Now their games.
No, I understand how it works, but
so what I'm saying is, eventually, if HBCU sports get more popular and famous, it'll bring more money to the school, and then eventually, saying those living conditions will look different at the school. Let's see. I'm happy for Deion. He did his thing. He thinks it's best for him and his family. He did not attend the HBCU. They should appreciate what he did. Thank you, Deion. Prime was also disrespected by other coaches in the HBCU that envy him, that might have forced his decision. Other people hate to see us succeed. There's a lot of hate in the community. I'm going to get my thoughts on it because I have not chimed in on this. I'm going to get my thoughts on it. As far as the whole sellout thing, I think we really don't understand what selling out is. Some of you guys' favorite, the people that you listen to, that you like their music the best, are some of the biggest sellouts in the world. They'll push a message on you that they know is not good for your people, and that they might not even indulge in themselves.
Right.
That is the definition of a sellout. That is the definition of selling out your people. I'm telling you right the heck now. Yes, I'm doing this podcast right here, and I'm never going to present a message to my people that's contrary to the Bible, or that's just contrary to what's good for us as a people. But if somebody came and gave me $5 million today and said, "Hey, bro, we want you to come do a podcast with us," hey, bump this podcast. I don't mean it in that way, but y'all get what I'm saying. Listen, I'm printing. Hey, we have our own businesses or this or that. Prime is a football coach. Now, if they pay him to say, if they pay him,
let me just add one thing in here, because I think other people are thinking about the fact that he was already financially well off before he went to the HBCU. He knowingly took the position at the HBCU at the lower salary, and now it kind of seems like he's bailing on his original promise.
But
I think
how
people
much
would be more likely to understand if he wasn't already.
But we don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his pockets look like. He ain't been in the football.
I mean, we can Google it.
He ain't been in football in a long time.
I'm pretty sure his money's still long. I don't think
also,
Prime is hurt.
But how much has he been pouring in the HBCU? How much have he been pouring in? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then this his salary was $300.
500?
No, $300. His salary was $300,000. They just offered him $5 million. He was getting paid $300 a year, and now offered $5 million a year. Now, also, let's look at it's also
his net worth is $45 million.
Okay, 45.
I just wanted to put that in.
So, and it's also right. I see. That's what I was gonna say. He said Prime also donated millions of his own dollars to upgrade JSU. See what I'm saying? So he's pouring in. He's probably poured in more money than he got paid. He haven't even got paid $1 million in 3 years of being there.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years altogether, his salary was less than $1 million. And also, like, it's still been. Listen, he went in there. He brought light to the HBCU. I don't think he probably could have walked on to any college. He probably couldn't have walked on to any college and got a head coaching position off the top. Hey, he's a great football player, one of the best cornerbacks ever. But they didn't know he could coach.
This wasn't his first time coaching.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, outside maybe some little league or something. Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Well, I mean, on a collegiate level, but I thought
no,
he had coached before.
Yeah, so I think now if they paid him, if they said, "Hey, we want to give you some money to tell everybody bump HBCUs," if they say, "Hey, we want to give you some money to say, hey man, to say a message bad about black people and black folks," then I'd be like, "Sell out." I'd be like, "Bump his name." Oh, that ain't what I want. What's the? That's what I'm talking about. Then I say that, but you're not selling out, man. I'm telling you right now. I don't. You know how much? No, you gotta have Kanye money to have a job for $300,000, and get one and say for $5 million a year, and say, man, bump that.
Well,
that's $2.7 million a year upgrade.
Right. I don't think.
Thank you for that.
Honestly,
Samurai, hit the like button and share the link, y'all. You know a professional Israelite teacher when you see one.
Right.
Hit the like button and share the link, y'all. All praises, man.
So that's what I'm saying. I really think it has to do with the fact that he was already wealthy, took this job, and so people feel like, oh, well, money's not an issue for you. What's the problem with staying?
But then
that's the only argument I could possibly see someone making.
No, but it's not. I'm gonna tell you what we have. The majority of things that we wouldn't do ourselves, too scared to do, won't take certain stances. We'll cheer somebody else on when they do it, but then we'll say, man, and then call them stupid when they refuse. Listen, most of y'all wouldn't be, when they just say, hey man, offer this apology, man, or we're gonna take this from you. He wouldn't do it. And guess what? We sitting there calling him crazy, dumb. Hey, there ain't a nigga that's on Facebook talking bad about Deion that wouldn't have took that $2.7 million a year raise.
Period.
Not one.
Period.
Prime may have goals too. When RBCS championship, he can't do that. The HBCU, and they won every year. He was there. He can't do anything else. Facts. That's right. And what's going on, Kenny? Kenny Smith?
Career goals. Like,
Right.
people are forgetting about that as well. He
can't
may
even
want to do more. I mean,
He can't even play for a championship at the school that he's at. He can't play. They're not even in those divisions. They still like a quad H. I mean,
but this is not something. I think instead of us looking at Deion as a sellout, we need to start looking at why the disparity in the sports between HBCUs and PWIs, and we need to start focusing on that. Just a little reminder, though, y'all boy Trump was ready to dump millions of dollars into HBCUs. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there since we talking about it, and just point out that we may not be in this situation right now if
well, and see, and
that's all I'm saying.
And this is another thing. It takes more than just the coach.
Right.
One thing I tell you this is every black superstar high school player gonna say, I'm going to an HBCU.
Okay, so I think they were doing that, but now that Deion left, are they still going to be doing that?
They weren't doing that, because guess what? Yeah, you had a couple, but guess what? The UGA program looked too good.
Yeah.
The Alabama program looked too good. You always on TV. Notre Dame program, the Oregon Ducks, Ohio State, Nebraska, all these schools have way more. It's going to take a long time for the HBCU to even be able to compete.
Right.
The only way they'll be able to compete, every superstar black high school athlete from here on out say, bump it, we all going to HBCU. Now, they not willing to do that, but y'all want a man who came, poured his own money in, led to 3. Did they win 2 or 3 championships? I know they won 2, but he been there for 3 years.
I think 3.
You know what I'm saying? So like it take more than one. Who else came? He was there for 3 years. Did another coach come and say, "Hey, I'm a join with you. I'm gonna take this HBCU.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna go to Clark Atlanta. I'm gonna take this HBCU. I'm gonna take." He did what he could as a solo. Let's read some of these comments. You can't put that weight on his shoulders. I agree, Auntie. Monterey Baskin said, I feel he needed to be there longer to actually bring attention to HBCUs. That was the real assignment. Only Jackson got him attention. It was just starting to pick up steam, but now it's going right back to where it was before. But if money is the real, let me see. Read them. But if money is the real goal, hey, power to him, I guess. The facility need money. He says, 3. They won 3 championships while he was there. They won 3. Listen, and this is the thing. If he would have stayed there for 5 more years, if nobody else joined him, nothing else would have happened, y'all. Jackson State would have just they'd have just keep winning in the D League.
Right.
They'd have just kept winning in the D League. They would have. They still wouldn't. It wasn't like, ooh, they won enough times now they can play the Alabamas and the Georgias. That wasn't going to happen.
And so but there's another reason why the black high school athletes are not going to go to these HBCUs, because they're not going to get that play time that's going to get them that national attention. It's just not going to do it.
All right, let's look at Zamron say, this is a good point. Man, he talking good here. Sports agents and scouts will refuse to push top athletes in HBCU to professional teams.
Right.
Travis Hunter was the number 1 player in the country and went to JSU. Now you don't hear of him. Sheesh.
And we will not move as a unit. All of the black high school talent will not get together and say, okay, we collectively are not doing this. Because you know what? I don't think that America is going to line up to see a bunch of white men playing football every Sunday and every Thursday. Eventually, you're going to run out of black players.
And this also just brings us back to brings us back to, I say this all the time. We're living in a day of age where when Rosa Parks got off the bus, wouldn't give up her seat, and then they boycotted the bus, all the Negroes got off the bus and walked. All of them.
And Rosa wasn't the person that happened to. No, I'm just saying they had built up,
but
so where everybody was like, okay, this is enough.
But the point is, everybody got to get up off the bus, because one nigga getting off the bus and walking to work don't change nothing.
Right. Don't mean nothing to nobody.
Deion was the one Negro,
right?
And I mean, he went and he did his thing, but hey, who joined?
Right.
How many black? Because guess what? This man says Travis Hunter, but Travis Hunter can't be the only one. And so guess what? Now, if Travis Hunter, who was the number one player in the country, went to JSU and now you don't hear of him, guess what? Is Travis Hunt, is more people going to do it? No. The only way it works is all the Travis Hunters.
Right.
Got to get off the bus and say, we all going to HBCU. So it ain't Prime just a coach. Real talk. It gotta be the students. The students gotta come too. They gotta come. They gotta be the main ones leading it. They gotta lead the charge. But also let's look at he said, oh no, I done added you to the block list, my man. He said he probably going to follow Prime. Right. I know Prime's son is going.
Well, he had a press conference and within the news today, his first meeting with the team at Colorado. He told them, my son is coming to quarterback. The rest of y'all can hit the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going in there to clean house.
Because they done had 13 out of 15 losing seasons. I think they was 3-4-11 or something like that. Horrible record. And he's just straight up said, listen, hey man, y'all all here right now, but man, a lot of y'all ain't gonna be here next year. Y'all ain't gonna y'all not gonna make the cut. But let's say, I think he's taking his assistant coach with him.
Yes, I heard that too.
He's taking his assistant coach with him, taking his son with him. Hey man, and then you gotta
bring
and y'all gotta realize college kids can get paid now.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, college kids getting paid now. So that's another thing.
I took my son too then.
And that's another thing though. It's hard. You got this bunch of broke brothers, man. Maybe not. I'm not saying everybody broke. And I'm the number one player. Hey, that HBCU can't pay you what Georgia can pay you. They can't pay you what Saban can pay you over there in Alabama. They can't. So it's
it's the systematic racism. It's really what it is, and we can't blame. It's not Deion's fault. You can't blame him for wanting to do better for himself, better for his child, better for his. I mean, anybody would do it, and anybody would want more for their kids.
Kenny Smith said once again he has to turn water into wine, and then we got to look at the big picture too, y'all. So if we had some black players that followed him to a HBCU, right? He turned that program around. Now, let's say, okay, he's going to Colorado now, right? Which horrible losing team. Woo. Now, he taking his son. Maybe some old black players is probably coming to Colorado who probably wasn't going to Colorado. I don't even know if they got black people in Colorado.
Oh, they have black people in Colorado. Stop it.
So, now you got, and let's say he does turn that water into wine. Now that's more eyes that come on him. And maybe he goes up another level. Maybe he gets to a top school after he turned this program around. So
another argument was that he could be possibly paving the way for more black coaches in NCAA Division I collegiate avenues.
We're trying to tell him what his goals was and should have been.
Right. Because how else can you call him a sellout if you don't know what the end goal is in the first place?
We can't. I don't know this man end goal. Right. We are the worst at not congratulating our bros for what they are doing,
or even being quiet if you don't understand.
But I'm talking about what they did do good.
Right.
Nigga, you went to an HBCU and turned it to a winning team. Hey, man. All praises for you, brother. Salute to you for however long you do it. It's the same thing with Kanye. Oh, he doing this. He's standing up to the people. And we not giving him the, oh, bro. Yeah, no, our people the first one to throw stones at him. Like, no, remember you had that White Lives Matter shirt on. No, you Trump. No, you had that red hat on. Like, no, bro. Like, okay, yeah, let's say this was some folly. But can we not congratulate on our people for do for our good?
No, we'll never do that. We'll never. And I hate that. I'm sorry, but I do hate that about black people. It's like if a person does not exactly think how we want them to think, do what we want them to do, then we're just totally done with them. No matter how many of the 99 things they do good, we as black people will cancel them for that 1%. And it's crazy.
She says, my point exactly. She says, congratulations, Deion.
I know that's right.
It's still not a great job. We still getting trash opportunities. But hell, let go, Prime. But he'll let go, Prime. I'm not sure what he's saying.
I'm saying he's saying, hell, let's go, Prime.
Hey, man, yes, of course it would have been great if he stayed. You know what I'm saying? Perfect opportunity.
Okay, but would it have been great if he stayed?
Listen, I'm saying for the perfect scenario in our minds, we would think, brother, just keep staying there, and eventually more and more people will come, and then somebody else will follow suit, and this and this and that. This is what
okay,
we
but
probably
if I
think.
could interject a dose of reality, because the reality is that so much other stuff is happening in the world that whole thing would have died down. Nobody would have cared anymore, and he'd have just been the winningest coach at Jackson State. And
and this also is a thing,
in my opinion.
It has been 3 years though.
Okay,
it has been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how fast. Hey, Kenny, I'm gonna ask you, Kenny and Zamron, because y'all seem to be more versed in this. It's 3 years. Do we feel like? Do you think in Prime's mind that he thought he was about to start something? Like, and in 3 years, he thought more people was gonna follow suit, more coaches was gonna come in and say, "Ah, shoot, I'm gonna grab me a HBCU and do the same thing." More of his black brothers was gonna join. Did he think maybe more black athletes was gonna come on over to, you know what I'm saying, top recruits was going to go to HBCUs and start a movement? And then after 3 years, you see, God dang, bro, ain't nobody joining. You know, shoot, I might as well go get my bag.
Well, I don't remember. Now I know it's been 3 years, okay, but I don't remember that being his war cry when he started at JSU. I could be wrong, but I think it was just about like giving back and pouring into a historically black institution, black players and stuff like that. So with that being the case, who's to say that 3 years wasn't enough time?
And then, like I said, hey,
and
then you could go out and go and feed and clothe the homeless today for one time only. I mean, of course, it'd be great if you could do it way more than one time. But I'm not gonna criticize you because you went and did it one time.
Once, right?
Say thank you for helping feed our brothers and sisters on the street and helping get them some clothes to put on.
Right.
All praises to the Most High for you doing it this one time. All praises to Deion for this one time, man. 3 years worth. of pouring into
I
these
haven't seen
brothers.
any other black NFL Hall of Famers coaching at a HBCU.
Mm.
I mean, that's the other thing we need to think about. He's not the only black NFL Hall of Fame player that's still alive, that's still financially doing well, that has the ability to donate their time. Because think about the pay cut this man took, donating his time basically to the HBCU, especially if he turned around and donated more than his salary. He was basically there volunteering.
They rather our black brother Hall of Fame athletes rather sit on the white man's news talk show and talk about and dog out Kyrie Irving. Well, Zamron said, "Our people criticize Christ for healing on the Shabbat." King, like our brother doing something good.
Right.
What? You made the nigga eyes come back to see?
Right. No, bump all that.
Bump that.
I don't care what you did today.
Sheesh. I gotta get some of these comments. Of course it would. If you said he needs room to grow, facts 100.
He needs the support.
Well, I think he took advantage of an opportunity, and it's nothing wrong with that at all. I think he went there for his son. It's cool too. Yes, it's the number of completion. 3 is plenty. And yes, he did think, but this new NIL major colleges are paying these athletes more to come to their colleges. Facts.
And that's the thing.
They got too much money, bro. They got too much money. They got too much money, bro. And so it's hard. Like I said, man, if I'm in high school, the top sports, y'all, we're asking people to do things. I'm about to.
Can you hand me that, please? Because you about to go on a rant.
A monologue rant. They call me monologue. Y'all know my name is monologue. But check this out.
Monologue.
We're asking people to do things that honestly, you have to be in the truth to even have this kind of mindset. We asking folks to do. Hey man, if I'm a young brother in the truth, know that I'm an Israelite, man, it's about my people and my people only, bro. This is what was going on. Then yes, I'm a top high school athlete. And bro, hey man, I'm going to the HBCU. All black everything. Facts. But bro, everybody ain't claiming to believe and know what you know. We're putting burdens on people to do things that no, bro, you gotta be on your Tupac. No, you gotta be on your Malcolm X. You gotta be on your
Your Deion Sanders.
Your Deion Sanders. On your Shabazz Ali. What's her name?
Shiraz Ali. That's
right. You gotta be. No,
you gotta be on your monologue, McGad.
You gotta be on this kind of. You gotta be on this type of time for these things. When you saying, man, bump what happens, bump what money I lose, bump what customers I lose, bump all that. I'm standing on this all black everything. Bro, everybody ain't there. And what stop putting that burden on these folks, but appreciate what they do. Bring to the table. The big school didn't want to hire him.
Yeah, if he don't have that coaching record, they're not gonna hire him. That makes sense.
Saying the D1 schools have more money and more rich folks a part of their boosters. Facts.
And that's what it is. Those alumni support those schools so heavy.
Justin, what's going on, brother Justin? Justin Valentine said he went hard for the HBCUs. That's what makes him look bad. If he said he just wanted to coach at the highest level, it would be different. But the kind of money they talking, the HBCUs are going to find Rocky Mountain High. I
mean, we know he wasn't there for the money. That's obvious.
But even in going hard for the HBCUs, I still don't think it looks bad on them because, like I said, hey, if I'm boycotting the bus because they won't because they want me to sit in the back. If I'm boycotting the bus, it is not going to work if just my black do it.
Right.
It's not going to work if a handful of more black folks do it. It only work if we all
Everybody
doing
does
it.
it.
And in these 3 years, we didn't see like an influx. We didn't see like, oh shoot,
Marshawn Lynch coaching at this one. Jerome Bettis coaching at that one. You did not see that happening, and I
Emmitt
think
Smith
that would
going
have
to do
been
this.
right. I think that would have been a satisfactory response, but it
That
didn't happen.
That didn't happen. You didn't have an influx of the best athletes, black athletes saying, black high school athletes saying we're going to HBCU. You had a couple,
Right.
and a couple won't do it.
Right.
And I'm sorry, when you go out, if you set out to do something, and everybody and your folks won't come along with you, no, I'm not gonna compromise. But man, I'm going to get my bread.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we expect these couple that do to suffer? Like, why should they have to go without that? That's the thing about making moves on behalf of black people. You know they're not going to support you. So now you have to weigh, like, is this worth me going without? Is financially, even in terms of my career, make a statement for what?
Yeah, man.
You know?
Man, bottom line, you can't please everybody. That's right.
Sure can't.
That's right. Master P's son did, but that's it. That's it. You got so, like I said, now, this is the question. Do you think Deion would have stayed longer if over this past 3 years, 3 more prominent black superstar retired athletes went and said, shoot, nigga, I'm going to take this HBCU.
Yes.
And you saw 20, 30 more top black high school athletes say, man, I'm going to HBCU.
Yes, because now you have a movement. Now you got moves, as the kids say. But if action, then
right. Hey, I'm gonna try to.
Why am I here? Why I'm as Coach Prime? You got to be sitting there wondering why. What am I working for? If I'm gonna be getting up working every day, I have to be working towards something. Good charity and volunteerism only goes so far. He can write a check to any school he wants. He ain't got a coach there.
And we're not talking about the gospel here.
Exactly.
The gospel.
There's no obligation.
The gospel is the only thing that I'm gonna keep doing with no support. That's the only thing I'm gonna keep doing with no support. Right. Is the gospel. Now, if he was a minister out here getting and ministering and you know what I'm saying, teaching the truth of the Bible,
and then decide to quit
with no support, then I'm gonna say, no, pimp, no. But that's the only thing I'm doing with no support. Hey, man, I'm with him. Hey, I tried, y'all. I opened up the Underground Railroad. I showed y'all in year 1, led them to a championship. Brought my superstar son with me. Got another big time number 1 player in the country to come. And over the past 3 years, nobody else joined.
Right.
I'm going to go get my bread now. That's what I did too.
And I really think that's just what it came to.
I'm going out on a limb, but I'm going to say he coaches at Colorado for a few years, then he gets a coaching gig in the NFL. I agree with you, sir. I agree with you. I think that's it. I agree with you. I think he could have. If he, if he raises the stock of these people. So you also got to understand, they follow the money now. You go there, because not only did they start winning, the money went up.
He started bringing more people to the games.
When I had the show in Mississippi, they was playing their rival school. Remember, that's where the show was at, in Jackson. We went to the 2nd annual Hebrew Festivals in Jackson, Mississippi. And I performed there just a month or 2 ago. Jackson was playing another Mississippi team. No, they don't get to play teams like that. Oh. They don't get to play teams that high.
I don't know then.
But they was playing a team. And the hotels all around was booked because everybody was in town for that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure 4 years ago that wasn't happening.
Of course, right.
So if he does the same thing in Colorado, he not only wins, but brings in bread too.
And you know he is.
Oh yeah, one of them
That's
white,
the only reason they called him.
one of them white owners. Cuckoo, skiki. Come on, buddy, because they don't care. They want your money. That's all they do. Use your black face to get more money. Point blank period. Delton Sanders, what's going on, man? He said, I believe the influx of more players and coaches, he would have stayed. Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think he would have stayed. I think
because it's one thing to start the move, but if nobody's moving with you, I mean, how would you feel? You'd be just in like, what am I suffering for? What am I taking this L for? Because for Deion Sanders to stay at Jackson is a L. You already took them as high as they can go. They got their 3 champions. What else can you possibly do with this program?
The only way it works, like I said, if other what's the black man that sit on the other side of Skip Bayless?
Skipping
Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp could have went and got him a team. If 4 other niggas went and got them a HBCU and they became the champion in their division, now they say, oh shoot.
And they start bringing that money in because these retired Hall of Famers will bring in that money. Imagine Marshawn Lynch coaching at Morehouse. Can you imagine how packed those games would be? How much money they would have coming in? How much more merch they would sell? Just overall, like what an advantage that would be.
Right. As he said, that's possible, but that didn't happen. Give that man his walking papers with a smile. Thank you for all you did, sir. 100. I need you on sound effects, man.
I'm saying, you keep coming over here and pushing buttons.
Justin says JSU can still hire another prominent black head coach, and Deion is a black coach at a D1 school. Ain't we winning? Exactly, sir.
And that's the other thing. Now you got Deion making room for more black coaches at D1 schools.
Well, he got to go there and win first.
You know he gonna win. I don't doubt that this man is gonna win. He gonna turn that program around. I'm pretty sure what you're gonna hear pretty soon here is players and parents being mad, saying he's doing too much. I pray that they don't try to cause a problem for him.
And this is another thing we got to look at. Y'all missing this part too. Let's help our black brothers and sisters get a bag, man. Because guess what? So now he's at a D1 school. Okay. And so now you can bring these black players to this D1 school that nobody wants to go to. If they was willing to come to JSU, now, oh yeah, we go to this D1 school. This D1 school start winning TV time. The HBCU was getting TV. Now, this D1 school, hey man, you could get your players, man, in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
So and that's the goal. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Listen, man, like I said, if it ain't ministry, we going for the bag.
Period.
The only thing I'm going to continue to do with no support, nigga, is ministry. Outside of that, man.
Y'all better come support us.
The bag. KD, what it is, my boy. Like he said in coaching, you either get elevated or terminated. He did everything he said he would do at JSU.
What else could he have done at that point?
Yeah, right, man. So-called black colleges took a step back. Deion Sanders shouldn't have done that. Oh, so we got somebody who say he shouldn't have left. Ain't isn't a word, and Deion won't be there. Man, who is this, man? Get your boy.
What?
He is swag. Start winning and cash out. They're right, folks. Start with cash out. I agree, Carrie. Man, we didn't put you on the screen.
Hold on. Let's go to this. Right. Let's go to this. 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 Let
True.
2
Nothing
Chainz my
in-
new favorite rapper. I've been watching his show, the most expensivest.
All right, let's see. Carrie say nothing in Colorado but buffaloes and mountains, and now they got Prime. Who would have thought we win it?
See, and so that's the other thing. Can you get black players to go to Colorado? Okay, because it snows and it gets cold. Like
It's D1, Shawty.
See, I don't have that love. I'm sure if that was my career goal, I'd probably be willing to deal with it too. But
Colorado air is thin too. Now Prime is there with his son. They're gonna be airing it out. Facts. 100. I'm sure Deion could care less what any of us think. And you know what? No, I ain't gonna lie though. I disagree, Auntie. I think our people. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree but disagree. I think our brothers who go and make a stance are looking for
support.
There are people to stand behind them and be like, cheer them on, to be proud of them, to be like, shoot, to appreciate the steps they are taking to get further. I think the responses that he's seeing right now, because he sees it. Trust me, he sees it.
It's social media.
The responses he's seeing right now will make you say, you know what? Go to my button.
I got you. Hold on.
That's what they make you say. Only one word. Hey, man, niggas.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it would make you say. Because, like, bro, hey, nigga,
I did this.
I did this.
There's nothing more I can do.
Ain't y'all proud? And we said, hey, ain't y'all proud? I did this. Put my own money in, and now I got a position, bro, where I could go get a bag.
But see,
and I could take this person with me, help him get a bag. Take this player with me to help him get a bag. Hey, and I brought some attention over here. Hey, man, shoot. Hey, chill for me.
And it's funny because he's doing things that black people claim are our goals, building generational wealth. Isn't this a goal? Advancing in our career. Isn't this a goal? He's doing these things that we call goals. So why is he wrong for doing it?
This is what Bobby G. Johnson says. Power 5 colleges saw the prominent so-called black colleges taking off largely due to Deion. And what do they do? What do they do? Like they've done with your leaders of the 60s. They hire him. F it. Okay, so what I'm going to say
That's
is
another angle too.
The prominent so-called black colleges taking off largely due to Deion. Please, can you expound? Because I would like to hear the prominent black colleges with an S that start taking off due to Deion. If you can list them, please, in the chat, sir. Because this is the problem. We be painting a narrative, and it's...
I think they're just saying what we was all saying about Deion bringing attention to the HBCUs, and so in order to kind of neutralize
Deion
that,
didn't bring. He brought attention to
he
Jackson.
brought notoriety to the sports program.
No, he didn't. He brought attention to Jackson University because at the end of the day, what did any other HBCU gain to?
But that's what I was saying earlier. He didn't do anything substantially to increase the position of HBCUs. But he did bring attention to HBCUs and the sports program because he's the football coach.
I get that. And no, I'm not against Prime at all. I'm saying, can anybody give me a list of the top 10, the top 20 black recruits of over the past 3 years and what schools they went to? And how many of them went to HBCU? Y'all are acting like, and it's not Deion's fault. We're talking about the people that saw what he did And what did they do after him?
Right. Nobody moved.
What other HBCU took on the prominent big star coach? What other star athletes start going to other HBCUs? Y'all talk about one nigga and two players. Who else followed?
Right.
Who else? Because we keep bringing this up like, ooh, HBCUs just took off and Deion just let them down. No, he didn't. Nothing else happened. Except Jackson State won 3 titles in the little division
And
that they
you
play
started
in.
seeing people talk about HBCUs on commercials. That's it. They
But-
were mentioning HBCUs more on TV.
But your star players, outside of the guy who went to JSU, guess what they did? They still went to Georgia. They still went to Alabama. They still went to Ole Miss. They still went to Oregon Ducks. They still went to Florida. They still went to Tennessee. They still went to Texas. They still went to Notre Dame. They still went to Michigan. They still went to all these places. What are y'all? Hey, look, Carrie D said, I only can remember one top nation recruit that went to an HBCU, and that was to JSU to play with Prime, and it pissed all those D1 coaches off, especially Nick Saban. Exactly what I'm saying. So let's not paint this narrative like
there was a movement. He let the movement
like
down.
there was a movement.
Yeah.
No, he was the movement.
Right.
And like I said, if other people would have followed, he probably will still be there.
Mm-hmm.
And if like I said, I'm going to keep saying, ministry is the only thing I'm going to keep doing without you Negro support. If I go coach this team trying to bring awareness, hey, I'm going to an HBCU, wood, hey, and then
taking a salary cut at that, a severe one. He probably made more money sitting home and collecting on his investments. No.
Man, listen what this man said. What do you mean? He had so-called black athletes looking at a so-called black man with respect and authority role, knowing damn well 7% of black fathers are MIA.
Oh,
hold on, time out. And guess where all those black men who looking up to him in an authority role, guess where they went? Yo, why y'all keep acting like all these niggas that was telling him, oh, look what Coach Prime is doing, still took they happy black asses and took their talents to these top white schools.
PWIs.
They went to these top white schools. Y'all keep talking about the one nigga that went to JSU.
Just one nigga.
Y'all talking the one. And Prime Time, y'all keep talking about the same one nigga. And acting like it was a big movement. If it was a movement, we probably wouldn't be talking here tonight because Prime would still be there. Yep. But nobody else moved with him.
And my thing is, instead of us looking at Prime and calling him a sellout, why aren't we looking at the others who are in his same position and did not move them? Why aren't we questioning their lack of activity, lack of involvement, despite having the ability, instead of coming down on the one man who is trying to do something?
Who did something. And everybody else looked at it and said, well, that's nice. Oh, that's good. But yeah, man, I'm going to Alabama. Put that crimson tide hat on, happy and proud. Mm-hmm. They put that UGA hat on, happy and proud.
I mean, like I said, where are the other retired athletes? Where's McNabb? Where's Bettis? Marshawn? Anybody? Rice? Anybody?
Derek Chisholm, man, you preaching tonight. God. I'll praise you. He's slow over. True. But here's the type of man that's going to help build others as well as himself. He's made this decision based on what's best for him and his family. I think he did what he set out to do, win. And he did just that. This is Deion's ministry. Like I said, I can't say what the intentions of the man's heart was going into this. But I firmly believe
I'm gonna say that I can, and I'm gonna say I can. Just follow the money. The money of this whole situation. The money of the situation, the position that he found this school in, the position that he took them to.
Well, I'm not gonna say because, like you said, he is a well-off brother.
So he didn't need to do this.
So what I'm saying is, like we said before, if the movement would have started,
if the wave would have started waving,
he probably would have stayed.
I believe he'd be there right now.
But hey, you guys, I got off the bus. Come on, everybody boycott with me. And one other nigga got off the bus with him.
It can't be a black revival at HBCUs with only one person.
And for 3 years, we've heard, like I said, and KD said it best. We've heard about the one young man. I'm sorry, I keep calling him man. Nigga. We've heard about the one young man, the number one athlete who went to JSU. One. And now he's not even a name anymore.
Yeah, I hope
now they're going to blackball that one.
Yeah.
And they're going to you can blackball one.
Yeah, you can.
You can't blackball all. So now the one who was definitely going to the NFL, do we know if he even gonna make it now? Because we can blackball you to keep other
from
star black athletes from doing that. But if all of them would have went,
right,
they can't stop all
Can
you
you
niggas.
imagine an all-white recruiting class?
Couldn't stop all of you niggas.
Right.
But for 3 years, Deion got one.
Only one.
He got one to do it. Yes, after 3 years, I got one of y'all to do it. I'm going to get my $5 million. Unless we're talking ministry once again. And when I say ministry, I'm talking about the word of God, the Bible, nothing else. What's in HBCU? Who started them? I'll wait.
Come on, KD. Don't make us go there. That's a whole nother show.
Mrs. Mono sips.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother. But again, what I was saying is why we can't blame this disparity on Coach Prime, and also why we can't expect him to fix it. This is 400 or 500 years of systematic racism, just showing another tentacle of its effects. That's what this is.
Since Deion got there in 2020, the spotlight has been heavy on HBCU. Of course, he's the main reason. You made my point. 31 so-called black NFL players started in the NFL this season from where? HBCU. Okay, well, all praises for that. And this is the thing that I think we misunderstand and don't do. And when we keep doing this to our people, we're going to keep having the same outcome. We keep putting the burden on one person, and we want one person to do it all. And guess what? And we don't join them. And I'm going to keep making this point, and y'all not going to convince me no otherwise. We did not see an influx of star black athletes going to HBCUs. Yes, more people talked about HBCUs. More people talked about HBCUs. I can talk about chicken all day long. If I don't go and eat none, what does it matter?
Nothing.
We talked. Yes, people talked about what Deion did to HBCU, but we did not see an influx of black athletes. And when I see influx, I mean
coaches and players.
A huge change in where our black athletes decided to take their talents.
Or even a trickle. There wasn't even a trickle.
It wasn't even a trickle.
One.
It was a drop.
One. That's it.
Like a slow drop. And like I said, so we can't keep putting the burden on one. He opened the door, and if y'all don't choose to come in the door that I'm opening, how long do I stand here open the door? Hey, I'll put a brick right here to keep the door propped open. I'm gonna go get this bag. When y'all ready to come join, then let go. But I can't just.
I
can't keep losing money. This man lost money. I can't keep losing money, and y'all ain't gonna even join me in a revolution. Yeah, I'll lose all my money for God, for the Most High. I'll lose all my money for the Most High, but I'm not losing my money
That's
for.
around with y'all.
Listen,
Lazy.
I'll lose my money if I got enough of it. If y'all coming,
Right.
if y'all coming, okay, come on, let's keep going because eventually we'll start making this money back. But y'all ain't even coming. Y'all not coming with. Y'all not joining. So no, man, I'm not blaming the nigga, bro.
Y'all, this is an abusive relationship. Y'all just want this man to just sit there and y'all don't pay no attention to him. But the minute he move, all of a sudden you worried and you want him again. Y'all can't do people like that. And what I would hope to see is the influx of black players at Colorado. That's what I would hope to see.
Hey man, you could be pro your people and also saying, listen, once again, I'm totally against downgrade. OG Bobby Johnson, Bobby G. Johnson, I pray that you give this same energy for all. I pray you give this energy for all the people that's. I hope you don't listen to no music. That's supporting killing of black people. I pray that you don't listen to no music of people that's talking about sleeping with the next man's woman and shooting up their own brothers. Because listen, Deion doing something good. We giving him flack. And we calling it selling out. But like I said at the start of this show, y'all be sure to go back and watch it from the beginning.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Selling out is these niggas that's doing music talking about killing their own people, talking about giving drugs to their own people, talking about murdering another black man.
Your favorite rappers.
That's selling out. Giving telling our women to go get on the poles and shake that ass. That's selling out because that don't help our people at all. Hey man, I'm not man. Half you niggas work for a white man right now.
More than half.
Yo, niggas work for a white man right now. Is you gonna walk off that job? Is you gonna walk off that job to come work for me? Hey y'all, I got 3 black-owned businesses. You gonna come if your job paying you $20 an hour right now? Hey, will you come work for me for $5 an hour? I'm a black-owned business. I got black-owned businesses. You coming to work for me? I'll hire you right now. Come work for me for $5 an hour.
We'll let you take your Sabbaths off and everything.
If not, then stop it. One person cannot do it all. Exactly. Everybody yelling HBCU, but most of the coaches at HBCUs frowned when Prime came and didn't want him in SWAC. Black coaches at that, but now he's a sellout for leaving where he was never welcome. For real. Let's talk about it. KD, but they don't want to talk about it for real.
You're scrolling through the comments.
Right, real talk. And he is the only one that is taking the loss. The only one.
The only one.
Who donated? Anybody in here donated? My sister goes to HBCU. They not feeling him right now. I don't care though. Exactly. Tell them. We have to go through our enemies for everything. And let's be real. HBCU are also owned by our enemies. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. And that's a fact, Jack.
I'd like to make one exception for the mighty Morris Brown College here in Atlanta, Georgia. That is actually a black founded HBCU.
Christopher Mitchell, what's going on? Kane Prime showed our community what we can achieve if we come together. We can't hate Prime for accepting promotion. We fought Prime for leaving, and at the same time, many of us go to colleges and get degrees and leave our community for a better life. That's what I'm talking about. Give him a hand clap, Boost. Now Prime is to blame for our of ambition. That's right, Christopher Mitchell. That's right, because, and like I said, and once again, my whole argument, and I'm not going back down from this argument, my whole argument is Prime has done this for 3 years, put his own money, brought his son with him, not only put his money where his mouth was, put his son. Would his son be in a better position playing at a top school with all the eyes on him? Indeed. Could Deion Sanders make that happen? Indeed. This is Prime. But I put my money where my mouth was. I took my son with me. And we didn't have an influx of people that joined him. Mm-hmm. You got more niggas talking about him right now. You got 1,000 times more people talking about him right now that followed him when he made the move. Who got something to say about Prime right now? If for every 1,000 people that got something bad to say about Deion right now, for every 1,000 people that got something bad to say about Deion right now, if one person followed in his footsteps, if one big time retired superstar went and got an HBCU and took them under their wing, if one top athlete went and signed to an HBCU, for every 1,000 people that got something bad to say about Prime right now, we would see a change. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. Mm-hmm. We want to sit back and talk and dog out when we don't like the decision they made. But when we like a decision they made, we don't go join them. Right. We just talk about how much we like what you're doing. I'm not. We like what you're doing. You took a small salary. What? You took your son with you. Oh, you even put millions of dollars into the program. Oh, bro, we love what you're doing. Oh, well, shoot, come join me. No. I'm going over here. I gotta get my check. Oh, we won't join them, but we want to.
We want to criticize them.
Oh, this thing getting small. Oh, can I just press the down button?
I think so.
I just watched Deion. Let's see. HBCU, my ass. My daughter graduates from Rush, Georgia Saturday, so who cares? Mariah, of course he did. The more attention the schools got, I kept telling people he's leaving. Watch. Left fast as hell, though. Not to mention the fact that he had a new stadium built, new practice field, new locker room. All that was because of him. Mm-hmm. I don't get how.
So he went in, they won every year he was there, and he got them all new stuff. What more could he have possibly done? What more? There was nothing else. Like we keep saying, if there would have been a movement, then sure, there's more work for the movement to do. But there was no movement.
You know how we know it's not no movement? Because we're talking about the one coach that left. Because
the one coach that came.
Because if seven other high stake black men would have joined him, guess what? We wouldn't be talking about him.
Nobody would care, right?
Nobody would care because, hey, we got 7 more. If if 20, 30 top athletes went and joined HBCUs, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Right, we'd be having a totally
The
different
fact that we're
conversation.
talking about this shows that, hey, listen, nobody joined him, you guys. And yes, I agree with you. Yes, it'd have been great if he could have stayed. It'd have been great. But him staying don't change nothing, y'all. If our people didn't stand behind him, we only talk about Rosa Parks getting off the bus because everybody else joined her.
But see, it's just like with us regulars, you regulars, when you have a job, there are people that come to a job with the intention of staying at that job and retiring. And then there are other people that come to that job with the intention of staying here until something else better comes along for me. Unfortunately, the people who are comfortable staying where they are always tend to resent those who are constantly pushing toward bigger opportunities. That's all this is just playing out on a larger scale. He's still
Murray
reading.
Johnson says, which they having a conversation in the chat. He said Howard Brothers should transfer though. The individualism on black people is nauseating. No one is mad he made a lateral move. It's bigger than a check, but white ice is colder, I guess. A lot of people are mad.
He didn't make a lateral move. He moved up. That wasn't a lateral. Lateral is same salary, same everything. No, this man moved up. He went to a higher tier school and he got how much more? 2 point something million dollars more salary.
She was friends with MLK. Yeah, Joseph Israel said they big mad too. I called it though. Like I said, hey, Joseph Israel, just like I was saying earlier, man. Hey, bro, the only thing that I'm doing without the support of my people, the only thing I'm going to continue doing without the support of my people is teaching these scriptures, bro, and doing ministry. That's it. Outside of that, if I don't have the support of the folks, bro,
then what's the worst?
Man, I'm going to get my check. Like I said, I personally believe if we had an influence, like I said, everybody keep talking about HBCUs was more talked about, but more people didn't follow him. More people didn't go and take coaching jobs at HBCUs. More your who we said earlier,
your retired Hall of Famers.
Across from Shannon Sharp, he could have went and took him at HBCU.
And what about Stephen A. Smith? He always got so much.
Stephen ain't an athlete, he's just a talker.
So what?
Shannon Sharp could have went and took him at HBCU. Emmett Smith, he be doing sports podcasting. He could have went and took him at HBCU. Who?
Marshall. Jerome Bettis.
HBCU. All of these
Donovan folks, McNabb.
All of these.
Jerry Rice.
Took HBCU, and we could have had more of our athletes, more of our parents could have been pushing our sons to HBCUs. But that didn't happen.
Right. Because no one is willing to make the sacrifice.
So Deion wasn't going to change nothing by himself. And so if y'all not following along with me, I'm never going to sell my people out. Point blank, period. I'm never going to sell my folks out. We're going to teach this truth. We pro-black, but this is a job.
Right. I'm also not going to sell out my family either.
Y'all Negroes work jobs. And, man, if you work at this company and this other company going to pay you 10 times more, nigga, I'm gone. I'm gone. This is a great eye opener. As long as a person is given, they're great. But the moment they change course, they are labeled the enemy or sellout. Enjoy your next level, Brian. What's really crazy, the folks who are hating aren't willing to make the same level of sacrifice. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. If others sacrifice with him, I think he'll still be. I think he'll still be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be mad at somebody unless we're talking the gospel. Unless you're
That
talking,
is the only
oh,
caveat.
I'm only gonna be mad at you, honey. You claiming to know who we is as a people. You out here, friends up, claiming to be an Israelite, teaching our people pro-black everything and whoop, whoop, whoop. Now you turn your back. Hey man, we got a problem.
Right.
A regular old person on the street who tried to do something for Negroes and we wouldn't follow him. Hey man, go get your check, man. I'm not mad at him. And my brother say all the time, bro. I'm mad. Hey man, I'm not mad at nobody that ain't out here claiming to be
A leader or anything.
ministers
Yeah, right.
such and such.
Right.
With a goddamn Hebrew name and friends up and
Right.
you know I'm talking about
Setting yourself up as a leader. Yeah.
I'm not mad at them for not holding the post and being able to stand against everything. I'm not mad at them for that because they don't even claim to be who you claim to be.
The responsibility you're trying to put on them.
Yeah, they don't claim to be doing that. So all praises for what the little that they do.
Right.
To be. Let's see. Bobby, Deion was talking like Jackson State was his child. All right, that was my whole point. His importance to the so-called black athletes as a team, not 25 so-called black players here on the rest Caucasoids. Best wishes to Deion. Hey, man. Like I said, man. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel, bro. I'm not speaking on Deion as of what I would have done. But I'm also Minister Monologue McGud, who is screaming this truth in everything that I do. Yes, I will move different than our brother did. But he don't claim to be what you is. He don't claim to know what you know. He don't claim to understand what you understand, man. And I'm not gonna judge a brother for making the move that he did. I thank him and apply him for what he's done. I thank him and apply him for bringing the attention to HBCUs. But I'm gonna tell you who I give the thumbs down to. I'll tell you who I give the thumbs down to. I give the thumbs down to all the blacks who did not follow, who had the ability to follow in those footsteps and did not. They did not. They did not. Let me Bobby G. Johnson, let me ask you this. Let's Google it. Google who was the coach before JSU. I mean, who's the coach at JSU before Deion? Let's see, who's the coach at JSU before Deion?
That's all they talking about is him. Good night. Who was it before?
Did you put before Deion?
Yes. It just came up him. Deion Sanders.
I'm trying to see. Did they?
Okay, he was
Tim Brewster, Gary Howell. So, Gary Howell. So they had a black football coach before. Will we say Deion is a better role model because
John Hendrick.
he won? Because I'm looking up the JSU Tigers and they had black coaches before Deion. we're calling him a sellout for trying to start a movement that did not happen. So he went and took another job.
I mean,
Like I said, once again, Nigel Houston says Deion is a sellout, period. So that's all I said. Listen, man, everybody who's calling him a sellout, I just want y'all to quit the jobs that y'all work for, man, and come work for me. I have black owned companies, Israelite owned companies. We keep the law over here too, and the faith. So y'all come work for me at 50%. No, hold on. Way less than 50% less.
Way less.
At 20%. Come work for me for 20% of what you make now. Come work for me for 20% of what you make now, man. I'm hiring. At 20% of your wage right now.
And what would they say? I can't afford to do that. That would be
it ain't even it's not even 20%. Because 20%, if they had offered him, okay, 300, he made 300,000. So at 3 million, then yeah, it's even less.
0.11. 300,000 is 1% of 3 million.
No, that's
0.1. I'm sorry.
No, which is 10%. Put a 5 million because that's what he's getting paid now.
Okay.
He's getting paid 5 million. So it's probably like 6%. 6 or 7%. Probably like 7%. What did it say? Just give me the point.
It didn't give it to me like it did last time.
It's 6%.
Yeah.
6%. 6%. Y'all come quit your jobs and come work for me, a black-owned, Israelite-owned company. Come work for me for 6% of what you're making now, currently. I said, this whole sellout stuff, man, I'm only going there if we talking about ministry. We talking about a job.
Oh, 6% of $20 an hour is $1.20 an hour.
Yeah. So, if you're making $20 an hour, you come for me for $1.20 an hour. That's what Deion was doing. Right. But that's what I'm saying, Joseph Israel. I wouldn't go that far, but I do get it. But that's what I'm saying. Oh, you probably talking about what he said, the sellout thing. Yeah, listen, man. I'm an Israelite. I'm a black Israelite owned company. Y'all come work for me for 6% of what you're making now. That's what Deion was doing.
Oh no.
We calling him a sellout. This is not even making our news. We calling him a sellout. Y'all, this is the thing. We're gonna wrap this up because it's disheartening how we do our own, bro. Especially when I'm talking to Israelites that's on here. Y'all know and understand something that most of our brothers and sisters don't understand, and we're out here trying to get them to understand it. We're trying to get them to understand it, but they don't though. Y'all cannot expect folks who don't understand what you understand to be able to take the stances that you would take.
Right.
No, you willing to go out there on the corners and teach and get arrested if you have to. You're willing to get your pages shut down to teach this truth if you have to. You're willing to get ostracized, talked about, looked at as idiots and fools, laughed at,
ridiculed.
Your family think you're crazy. Trust me, because we do all at this house. The kids homeschool, we ain't sending them to the white man's school. No, we grow our own food. No, we got our own businesses. We work from home. No, listen, we put our stuff under our real name on our Facebook and Instagram pages. No, they know who I am. No, we walked away from when gospel was paying me good, and I came into the truth as an assistant pastor and one of the biggest gospel hip hop artists, and walked away from all that for this truth, and will do it every day. These people ain't on what you own. But you're expecting them to take stances that you would take, that you only would take because of the knowledge that you now have and possess. I don't expect nobody else to do that except us. Yasharala? Except us. All praises to the Most High for where we're at in life. Oh, but we took L's. Standing on this truth. Listen, we got customers that no longer shop with our businesses because of our stance on this truth. But we're in this truth. My brother Zamron, I was paid major as a praise and worship leader in a white church on salary. Exactly, King. So I only expect brothers in this truth to be able to stand on those things. I don't expect a regular black man who don't know what you know. Man, I'm appreciative that he did something.
Anything, right? I mean, exactly. The initial move should be enough. People just never satisfied. The initial move should be enough. The initial taking of the job, winning the championships, bringing the attention. Why isn't that enough?
I've arrested and had 2 pages shut down. Right, King? Let's see what. Yes. And the simple fact we are Israelites, I would respectfully disagree. That's my stand on it. No strife with any of you. All praises, King. 100. No, all praises, King. Ain't no strife, man. Hey, man. Difference of opinions. Like I said, hey, if we were talking about general such and such from this Israelite movement, my response would be different. I'll be saying what y'all saying. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about general such and such. We're talking about Deion Sanders, who probably identifies as a Christian, Christianity, this and this and that. Like, I mean, I'm not expecting him, because guess what? They're pro-black stops when we start talking about God, because we're all one in Jesus, who came and died for everybody.
I've never heard Deion claim to be so pro-black.
In their opinion. So what I'm saying is they not where we at. So no, I'm not looking at him as Sellout. Now, if you did it, Nigel Houston, yeah. Now I'm looking at you. God dang, this Sellout Israelite, man. God dang, bro. This bro full of folly. I'm looking at you like that. I'm not looking at him like that. No, Nigel Houston says that.
The simple fact that we are Israelites, I would respectfully disagree.
No, he's saying because we're Israelites, he just respectfully disagree. Okay. Or that's how I take it. Yeah. He sounds paid major praise the words of leader. Facts. I will be one. You right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what I said. I would look at that differently. I would look at that differently, man. But he not on that, man. So I mean, I don't look at him as selling out. I look at him as trying to start a movement. And we're gonna wrap it up with this right here. Black folks as a whole, if we want to change something, we gotta move as a mass majority of us. We gotta move in unison. A couple people don't do it. A couple folks don't do it. We want to stop. If we want to say bump Balenciaga, all Negroes got to say bump Balenciaga. At least a good majority, at least a vast majority of us, it It take how much percent you think it take? 70% of us?
No, it have to be 95. It would
I don't
have
think
to
it take
be
95, but
it's because here's the thing. As long as there are black people,
facts, Shalom, Israel. I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta give my brother a shalom. We've been disagreeing all night.
as long as black people are doing it, the rest of the world will do it. So we're talking about like getting something to really change. It has to be 95 to 98% of black people. Like the rest of the world really has to be able to look at this thing and say, nah, black people don't do that in order for it to be life changing, making a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, 100. Let me just make sure I shout out all our brothers. Listen, you guys, please, y'all join us, man. Join us for other and future conversations, bro. I don't want anybody to think. I want to say Nigel Houston, where he said facts, 100%. Shalom, Israel. Hey, Bobby Johnson. Hey, Shalom, Israel. 100, y'all. Listen, man, it ain't nothing but unity here. We can disagree. We can disagree with anything, man. As long as we agree on the main thing, bro. Hey, my brothers is my brothers, bro. We keeping the faith in Hamashiach, bro. And more importantly, man, I don't mean more importantly, bro, but we keeping these law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, keeping him first, man, and keeping the faith in his son, man, Hamashiach, bro. After that, bro.
Yeah, and my bad to Nigel. I misunderstood your message.
All of this, man, we just we just talking, man. This ain't got nothing to do, bro. Listen, y'all brothers go to battle, bro. I'm right there at war with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So all praises, man, for the unity, man. We could disagree, and we could disagree on these little matters, bro. This ain't nothing. But yeah, I everybody's opinion on it, man. I don't give that credence to. I don't give that much responsibility black man who don't really know
Or don't proclaim.
don't understand what's going on, bro. Because 5 years ago, I'm Deion. 6 years ago, I'm Deion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The
Definitely.
truth gave me, and yeah, I always loved our folks. I ain't never been with nothing but black chicks. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but even in the truth, do you stay somewhere where you're never going to grow? The only look, here's the thing. The only reason you work a job is for financial gain.
Well, I
that is
you,
it.
But if I took a prominent black role on purpose like that, I'm counting that cost already before I take that job. So
you're gonna stay there until they fire you?
I'm staying there, and I'm gonna keep getting. I'm staying there. I'm staying there. If
with no movement, you're gonna stay there.
I'm in
no
Deion's
movement,
position.
you're gonna stay there.
I'm in Deion's position. I'm staying there because
what?
Because it's bigger than me at that moment. Because guess what? Every time they put the camera in my face, because I'm winning at JSU. Every time they put the camera on my face, I'm friends up. I'm out there hollering Kwam Yasharala. I'm out there telling my people to repent.
Okay, Deion wasn't doing all that.
That's
so
what I
that
said.
wasn't.
All I said was, if I'm there,
okay,
I'm doing this. But I'm 0% mad and think Deion Sanders, for where he's at, make the right decision.
So you wouldn't be fringed up at the white school at Colorado? You wouldn't keep your fringes on?
Of course I would.
So then,
that's why the white school is never going to hire me.
Well, now the white school never hiring you is one thing, but we're talking about you get an offer.
At the black school, I'm doing that on purpose.
Right.
On purpose.
So you're not going to do it at the white school? If you doing this at the black school and the white school still offers you that job with that much money,
they are not going to offer me that job or that money. That's what I'm saying. This is what we understand. They not me. I'm pro-black talking about, man, bump whitey. No, they're not going to have me there. So, like I said, that's not what Deion owns. So, they're what it is, man. But listen, man, we want to let our people know, man, that we're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Man, it's time for us to repent. Go back to keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments, man, in the faith of Mashiach. Listen, you guys, we can have a good time on here. We talk about, we have fun sometimes. We talk about different things. But at the end of the day, we want to keep the main thing the main thing. And the House of Mono, man, we're here to let our people know, man, who we are. And it's time to wake up, man, so we can get out of here and go home. Don't forget to join this beautiful lady here, man. Go ahead and tell the ladies what you have offered for them on Thursday night.
So on Thursday night, I am
Shalom, King Zamoran.
streaming live with Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass. It's just a weekly show where we just kind of examine current issues affecting Black women from a biblical standpoint. So I hope you can join me for that. This week, we're going to be talking about levels of gold digging. I'll be putting out a flyer for that. And
Levels of gold digging.
Levels of gold digging, because there's levels.
All our brothers out there, man, if you have wives in this truth, man,
Girlfriends,
or sisters, listen, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. My wife teaches no folly over here at the House of Mono. She runs everything by me, man. This is a well-versed sister, man, that's teaching on Thursday night. She's teaching our sisters about submission, teaching them about being wives, shedding off the old man, shedding off the ways of America and what they teach that a woman should be, and going back to our heritage of what a wife, mom, daughter of Zion is supposed to look like. Man, so make sure y'all tune in. Have your women tune in on Thursday nights, because she does not teach men.
I do not teach men. You're welcome to join. I always strongly advise that any advice that I give on my show is how the House of Mono is ran. And that, you know, anybody that's listening to me is being told to respect their husband as their head, period. So I'm not out here giving no marriage advice. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not contradicting anything that any man has set up in his home. That's not what this is for. So please, by all means, I invite you to listen, just as my husband would, to make sure that everything is copacetic and that you agree with what's going on. And my husband does pop in at the end of the broadcast. So by all means, please feel free to DM him any questions or anything.
Definitely, man. So Thursday nights, man, and then
8 o'clock.
Tell them where all you're streaming at.
So I'm streaming on YouTube at Monologue Magad, MONOLOGMAGAD. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're here right now. And I'm also streaming on your Fire Stick, your smart TVs, your Roku TVs via the Naya TV app. NASIYA.TV. Go ahead and download that app. You can catch me live every Thursday night and check out some of their other programming. They have some really great, edifying programming on that channel. That's Nasiya TV. NASIYA.TV.
Definitely, man. Hey, you guys, we love y'all, man. Dutch Bradley, what's going on, my man? Great seeing the two of you. Keep building the kingdom, teaching the people, loving the body. That's right, man. That's what we're about, man. Hey, listen, we're on our way out of here. We thank all of y'all for joining in. Listen, man, make sure y'all tune in for our Bible studies, man, with Spirit-Filled Israel. Make sure you tune in on Thursday nights where my wife does teaching to the sisters, man. We're trying to raise up good, strong, solid Black families, man, and lovers of the Most High, man, keepers of His ways, teaching that submission and that support system, and like I said, and even just some things that we do here, man. We garden on our own, we run our own businesses, our sons are homeschooled, we work inside of the home, you know what I'm saying? So just things like that. She's teaching on Thursdays. Every now and then we do a Friday Sabbath night live on Friday night. We'll probably have special guests. I kind of want to make Friday, man, a fun, maybe with special guest type day, type night. So we're gonna make sure y'all hit us up, man. If you want to join, even you don't have to be here. We can join remotely on Friday nights for Sabbath night live, Shabbat night live, however you want to call it. And
we do observe the lunar, but you know, Friday night is the majority Sabbath for most of our brothers and sisters. So Sabbath night live on Friday nights. Wabo Ass on Want Your Ass Thursdays at 8. And we are going to try to start coming more spontaneously as things are happening, because again, our goal is to build the kingdom. And one of the best ways to do that with this modern era of streaming and screen sharing is to present these behaviors that we see taking place in front of us on a daily basis and talk about it, break it down, define it how the Bible defines it. So we'll definitely be trying to come to y'all more. Help us, please, to get our followers up. We need 300 more followers. So please like, share, subscribe. You can see all my husband's music on the YouTube channel. If you look right here, y'all see it up there in the corner. Just Hold On is the latest album. He is currently working on new music. So please stream Just Hold On. Go ahead and download that. Get ready for what's coming next from Monologue McGad, The House of Mono, Spirit-Filled Israel.
That is it.
Mono's West Side Bullies, To Keep Up with the Pups. I am at The Wife of Mono. I'm on the TikTok. I'm on the Instagram. I'm on the Facebook. Add me. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTube. Add my husband at Monologue McGad. What?
Nothing. Shout
You
out.
waiting for me to? I gotta get it all out.
I just listen to
Add my husband at Monologue McGad. TikTok, IG, Facebook, YouTube. The Twitter. He's on the Twitter.
My boy Zamron said the new music is gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire.
Wait, my boy Zamron, boy. I can't wait to hear what you cook up for me on Thursday, my boy. Sheesh. Hey, check this out, man. We love y'all, Israel, man. It's Kwam Yasharala as always.
Yasharala.
Hey, every brother, man, we was on here, man. If we disagreed on tonight, man, I want to let y'all know that I love y'all, bro. Please tune in and let's build together, man. Y'all already know, man. It's one body, one sound, one goal, homeboy. Hey, we love y'all, Charlie. We out of here.
One band, one sound.
One band, one sound.
One time. Yo. 3 times.
Why?
I'm thinking about just getting clean on you. But
why you gotta get clean on me? Why I gotta be on me?
Doing kind things. Living super clean. That done came up.
That don't sound
Can't control us. One time for the men doing kind things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the men.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight.
Doing kind things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the men can't control us. Look at you, you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise.